From the Action Center in Denver, this is award-winning 9 News, the 5 o'clock report.
Good evening. 21 people survived out of 22 aboard that Rocky Mountain Airways plane that crashed last night near Steamboat Springs. Mary Kay Harden of Steamboat Springs was the only fatality. She died in the wreckage while rescuing a brave effort to reach the crash site in a fierce blizzard. Channel 9's Western Bureau Chief Tom Baer braved the weather right along with them. He was the only photographer to accompany the rescuers this morning. Here is Tom's exclusive film with a report from Ron Mitchell.
Somebody take this needle and dispose of it carefully so we don't step on it and hurt ourselves. Okay, now I need tape.
It'll be on the top.
Can you tape this in?
Top compartment should be right on top. It'll be a blue handle.
Now careful, this is not going to, yeah, that's fine, wide open. This is not going to,
take it aside so we can keep that warm and put this on the cycle.
The muffled cries of one of the people we rescued could be heard from inside what was left of the plane. The nightmare had begun 10 hours earlier. The Rocky Mountain Airways flight left Steamboat Springs for the 50-minute flight to Denver shortly before 7 last night. Within 30 minutes, the pilot turned back because of icing on his wings. Then, apparently without warning to the passengers, a wing clipped a power pole. The plane flipped and hit the ground. The miracle of the survival of the people may be traced to the fresh snow, waist deep on the ground. They, of course, had no idea when rescue might come. Here's exactly where they were, at the 10,500-foot level in an extremely remote area about halfway between Walden and Steamboat Springs in the north-central part of the state. The power lines were the key to finding the crash as rapidly as it was found. The lights went out in Walden when the wing cut the wires, giving a clue to rescuers. Follow the power lines. Most of the victims had to be gingerly extracted from the wreckage.
We want to start digging the snow away because we're going to have to...
The fact the fuselage stayed pretty much intact provided a shelter from the minus 25-degree wind chill and blowing snow during the night. There were many leg injuries, facial cuts, hypothermia, and cases of shock.
David, could you tell me what happened?
Yeah, we were, well, maybe you should ask someone else. I'm really sketchy right now. I know I was on Rocky Mountain Air.
Go ahead.
And we came down a little too early. That's about all I know.
Just describe it.
I've had some real good people taking care of me, though. That's for sure.
It was a massive rescue effort with doctors, survival experts, medical equipment, blankets, backboards for some of the injured, practically a hospital in the middle of nowhere in the middle of a blizzard. Treacherous conditions even for the rescuers. It took nearly 4 hours to move all the survivors to a road where they could be transported to ambulances. Then it was another hour or more to the closest hospitals in Kremling and Steamboat Springs. By mid-morning, the ordeal of the rescue was nearly over. The last snow at the scene. The victims, at last, were only an hour away from warmth and safety. For West Slope Bureau Chief Tom Baer, Ron Mitchell, 9 News.